All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the class meeting. I usually have these in the beginning part of the semester, the first day of class, almost always. I want to go over the material with the class because the video is so much easier. And then also I want to ask if you have any questions on it, because if you have questions, most likely other students have the questions as well. So
Okay,
everybody see the home screen of our class, is that right?
that's right.
Perfect. Okay, so I already did the intro video. That was this one. You hopefully watched it. But let's go through the syllabus first. The syllabus can be found in two spots. This one right here, there's your syllabus that's just on the site itself, that one.
Hmm.
And also under the files menu, if you click on the files menu, you will have a PDF version of the syllabus. I would recommend just downloading this, saving it. It's just one of those where when you go to the four-year school, they may want to verify a few things or give you credit for the class. It's just a good thing to do. Your English or math classes, particularly, download it, save it on like classes of taken or syllabi of classes taken. That's just rule of
Okay.
thumb for me. All right, just one of those tricks of the trade. All right, but let's get back to this one. This one's just easier to go through here. So this is Math 39. It's called Contemporary Mathematics, sometimes called Finite Mathematics. We're in the summer session, so we're going to go pretty quick, and we are online. So we'll be doing this here. So the textbook to the class is this one here. Let me see. Um, so don't need a physical textbook in your hand. Let me do it this way. Because you are going to have to register for the MyLab and Mastery site, which is the publisher site of this textbook. And they have a PDF version of the textbook already. So no need for a textbook. Um, you do have a 14-day free trial with MyLab and Mastery. And if you choose to continue with the course, you do have to pay for the access to it. I believe it's around like $90 for the access. All right. So my name is Arkady Hunjiev. I've, like in the introductory video, I've taught at West Coast College. I'm a full-time instructor here, and I'll take on the, sometimes I'll do the summer classes, which I'm doing this summer. All right. If you need to get a hold of me right away, there's my office phone number. It goes to my email. I'm not going to be there during summer. Also, you can email me, and that is just fine to do so. Um, the prerequisites for this is that you have to have passed Algebra 2 or the equivalent, or you were placed in the class. So this is a transfer level math class. I already got 3 different emails saying, what's the rigor of this class? So if you've taken a stats class, it's a 4-unit transfer level class. This is a 3-unit transfer level class. So the rigor should be just slightly less than a stats and probability class. That's there. So course objectives is all we're going to cover right here. All these 10 of them, I'm not going to read them out loud right now because you're going to know them by the end of the semester. I do want to touch on this one right here called the student learning outcomes. These 3 items, this is what the math teachers at West Coast College got together, and we pretty much said these are kind of like the important 3 pieces of the class, and we are going to have a test on them towards the end. I have a study guide set up for you already, but we'll have an exam on these particular 3 items. All right, I'm going to skip this. Um, and again, this is just to determine if this is a good fit for you for a class here. But the way I've kind of set up the class is on the publisher website, there are lectures for every single example problem in the textbook. I would like for you guys to go through that. You also can read the textbook by yourself if you're a textbook kind of person. Or you have the PowerPoint slides, which we'll get to. And if you just kind of feel like that's the way to go about it, go for it. I'm just thinking in my mind, if I were taking the class, I'd probably do this one right here. I'd probably look at the lecture videos, understand them, and then work our way through them. All right. You're going to be doing your homework on the MyLab and Mastery site. You will take a midterm on the site as well. The only thing you'll be doing on the Canvas site will be the discussion boards. And so those are going to be 5 throughout the semester. And here's your SLO exam, and then of course a final exam. And if you have not done so already here's what it is initially. If you want to stay in the class, please email me stating that you want to stay in the class. The first day of class, I will check those. If you have done so already, please do so. All right. Additionally, what you'll need to do is you need to sign up for at least the 14-day free trial. Some people just pay outright and they just in the course because that's what they're going to be doing. Others take about 2 weeks just to sort of get to know the material, see if they want to stay in the class. And if you say, look, at the end of those 14 days, I want to drop this class, that's great. So that means you have not paid anything out of pocket. If you do want to stay after the 2 weeks, then yeah, you do have to pay for the access to the site. All right, just some information how to contact me, when to contact me. And then we will do the online office hours. We'll talk about that in just a bit here. And the drop date is pretty early for this class. I think it's like this Wednesday. If you say, I don't want to even appear on this transcript, goes away. And if you say, I can't finish the course, then you have the 13th of July to make that decision. Otherwise, I do have to give you a letter grade for the class. And so the way I've broke this down is online homework is 30% of your grade in the class. The midterm's gonna be 20, the discussion boards are 10, SLO exam is 10, and then the final is 30% of your grade. So it's kind of heavy towards the end, but at that point you should know the material as well. So let me just do quick one little thing real quickly here. All right, and just conduct says if you do something that's not according to school rules, I can take you out of the class. We do have support services. If you want to check into those, many support services, CalWORKs and other agencies. The one I want to highlight the most would be the DSPS. If you know that you have a learning disability, please take the time to call this phone number. They will set you up with any accommodations that you need for the class. All right, talk to me. Any questions on the syllabus itself? Anything there that you need a clarification on? No. Okay.
Well, I have a question concerning the book.
Yeah, Steven.
Now I have to purchase the book, or do I purchase the service?
Sure, yeah. So most students, what they do is they purchase the access to the MyLab, and there already be a PDF version of the textbook there. So you don't necessarily have to have a physical textbook. I usually get 3 or 4 students every single semester, and they say, Mr. Ngiev, I need a physical textbook in my hand, and they go ahead and purchase it. And so there's information for that. Also, at the same time, if you are going to purchase it, you may just want to rent it for the semester. So there are places like Chegg.com, CHEGG.com. They have a rental program. Amazon.com also has a rental program. They can do that, and it's about maybe $15 for the textbook or so. So if you want a physical textbook in your hand, I would suggest just renting it. All right, Steven, is that good there?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
I'll have to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like a computer guy or anything. So
Got it. Okay, so maybe a physical textbook. Okay. All right, any other questions? Going twice. Okay, so now let's jump to, that's the syllabus part. Let's jump to the Canvas side of the class. So Zoom meeting, that's what you're on right now. That's cool. Thanks so much for joining here. We also have a vote for office hours. I made, I think it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evenings possibility for, and whoever gets the majority vote, that's when we'll have the office hours each week. So got that there. All right, and just announcements. That's my little cadre of announcements there. And I just had some resources, may be helpful to you, maybe not here. Desmos is a calculator and a graphing software online. Mathway is an online calculator with lots of functionality. Then if you have a cell phone and you want to use something called, I put in there Photomath. That's a calculator that you can use on your cell phone. And then Khan Academy. That's probably the biggest educational sort of tutoring site on the internet here. And the only thing is, this is called a finite math course. So it's not like Algebra 2 or trigonometry, which has everything in one course. This class kind of takes from many different classes. And it's just all the stuff that we need in order to do business applications, science applications. So if you go to the Khan Academy site, the link here actually goes to a search site, and you just search by topic, whatever you need. All right, so here's what this is the way I've designed the course here. I want you guys to watch the videos, chapter videos, or do the textbook yourself. You complete the homework assignments. And this one right here is a discussion board, but it's called a student lounge. It is for you guys to interact with each other, talk to each other about the homework. If you're stuck on certain problems, you can copy and paste them into here and just have that sort of classroom discussion if you need it outside of office hours. All right, it is going to be non-graded and it's just for you guys here. Here's your time. So yeah, I'm stuck on number 3. Anybody got number 3? And start helping each other out. I'll visit it from time to time as well. So whenever I can. So you have discussion boards. They're going to be here. This one's already open already, but they'll be open the week that they are due. And I'll give you a calendar in just a bit here and keep on going. So I've done the modules in chronological order. So when chapter 2 is due, you're going to have the discussion 2 that's going to be due as well. Once you get to chapters 3, there's no discussion here. And then after chapter 5 and discussion 3, you do have a midterm exam, and there's the study guide for it. So let me jump on that one real quick here, just so you see it. And no tricks up my sleeve. I don't do pop quizzes or anything here. Everything should be just set up and the way it should go. So the study guide for the final looks like this. All the other study guides are going to look the same here. So this is the problem on the exam. So if you look back, there's going to be 30 questions for the midterm exam. Go back up. And the first question is going to come from the section 2.1 in your textbook. And the directions are evaluate the functions. That's it. And so as you're doing your homework for chapter 2, you're going to see this right here as one of your directions. It's not going to be the same problem, but it'll be a problem very similar to that type of problem for the midterm. And as you do 2.2 homework, find the domain and range. Again, there it is. Pay special attention to those problems because you'll see them again on a midterm exam. We're good? I figure that's the best way to do it. In my mind, it's like lecture should lead to homework. Homework should lead to tests, and those tests should lead to midterms, and those midterms should lead to the final. That's the process. And then each time you review the more important pieces of the class. All right, so there's that one. Let me go back. And so on the home page, this is all chronological order of when things are due. And you keep notice there's on yep. I'm going to go down here. So then you got chapter 8, and we're going to finish with chapter 8. And so once chapter 8 is done, we do have the slow exam. And let me just give that one as well, just so we see that that's slightly different. Let's go through all of them here because it'd be useful. Go through each piece. So there's 3 different parts to the exam. I don't tell it, there's going to be 5 problems. It's just going to say solve the systems using Gauss-Jordan elimination, which you will see as you do the homework. You'll see those right there. This one deals with annuities, which is the next chapter, chapter 2. So finance, the finance section. And then this is going to deal with the logic section in the book. So all these pieces. So for each one of those, notice it's only 15 questions. And there's 1 of each type, or 5 of each type on the test. All right, and let's go over the final study guide as well, because those are important. Discussion number 5 is right then, and we have the final study guide. All right, this one, again, similar to the midterm exam, except it doesn't tell you which sections they're coming from. But you know there are 30 questions on it already. Half of it's going to be in the first half of the book. So notice the define the domain and range problem. That was problem number 2 from the midterm exam. And so all these pieces sort of come together at the end. So this will include all the way going back to chapter 2, all the way through the end of the class. All right, so there's the study guides. All right, as far as the pace of the class, if you go here, in fact, I should do it here. Let me do something real quick here just so we have it. I'm going to put the schedule. File. don't have this. Okay, there should, I'll put up a schedule right underneath right here. There should be a schedule for the class. Okay, class, I added one more thing right here. This is the schedule. So here's what I want you guys to follow. This one you probably should download, have it with you. The little download button is right here. Super, super important. This is the way I think the schedule should go. And these are all the things that are due for the class. So please download this, have it handy, stick it on your wall, do something. So today's the first day of class. Here's what I want you to do. Email me stating you want to stay in the class. Sign up for the MyMathLab trial. And then attend this meeting here. And then discussion 1 opens today. And notice by the end of the week on the 14th, you got chapter 1 that's due. And then discussion 1 that's due. And you progress throughout the whole entire semester. Discussion boards open up the week that they are due. They close on Fridays. And for the most part, most things will be done on Fridays, except when there's holidays or other stuff happening here. So on the 28th, we got chapter 3 due. And then we have after 4th of July, we have chapter 4 that's due. And then notice after 4th of July, we do have a little difference here. So discussion 3 opens. Chapter 5 is due on a Thursday, and it's because we do have a midterm exam. So then discussion 3 and the midterm exam on the 12th of July. So essentially you're doing a chapter a week. Just kind of, if you guys can put that into your head, like doing a chapter a week. That's all I got to do. Okay, 6, 7. And then as we go into August, which is the last week of the class. All right, I just found out I'm missing August. So there should be August right here. So chapter 8 is due here, and then there's a final. So I'm going to fix that. I think it was the next page done. Okay, I'm going to fix that. As you see the schedule up next time, there should be August 1 and August 2 on the next page. It says chapter 8 is due, and then you have a final that's due right over here. Cool. So there's that.
So there's 8 chapters that we're working off of?
Yeah, 8 chapters and 8 weeks to go.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I'm going to change that up just a little bit here on the schedule here. Okay, so then now my question for you, any questions on the Canvas stuff?
No.
No, okay. Perfect. The other piece I just want to mention here to you is West Hills College. This it says West Hills Coalinga College Net Tutor. Whoosh. And then if you're a Lemoore student, this is Net Tutor for Lemoore, but what the district did is it purchased 40 hours of tutoring for each student. And so if you're a Coalinga student officially, you click on this one. If you're a Lemoore student, you click on this one. And it takes you to a site. And it's all the tutoring of all the different subjects. All right, they updated the website. Okay. And so you have kind of 2 different ways to do it. Here's the net tutoring right here. Friendly Connect to Tutor. You click on there and you are, let's see, they just changed just a little bit here. There it is. Okay. So you're connecting to a person in a certain category. And here's all the different categories. Each student at least has a bachelor's degree in the area. And for us, if you want to go to this one here, you're going to go to math. And you're probably going to be over here, not calculus or above. That's not that class, but this one right here, pre-calculus. Click on that, and you have 2 different options here. So you can meet with the tutor live and ask them the questions. Again, you have 40 hours. Or what you could do is you can drop off a question that you're stuck on, and they'll usually respond within 48 hours. And then this piece right here is all the different sessions. So each time you are here with the tutor, it's recorded here. Each time you drop off a question, the answer will be listed right over here. Okay, so that covers the tutoring piece. All right, any questions again on the Canvas stuff? Anything from Canvas? Okay.
No.
Okay, so let's move on to the big stuff here, which is the MyLab and Mastery. Maybe just a quick answer. Any of you have done work through MyLab or the Pearson product? No, okay, so they're all new. Okay, so let's go with it here. So clicking on MyLab Mastery, where you can do most of the work for the class. At the first time that you log into it, should be a blue button and it says sign up for, and you're going to click on it, and it's going to ask you for username, passcode, and that's it. And you got yourself your 14 free trial. It'll say, do you want to sign up or do you want to do the free trial? And you say free trial for now, unless you are for sure going to be staying in the class. There's no matter what. Then click on that. And then you do need to set it up from here, or else if you have another account through MyLab, it's not going to set up correctly. It has to sync with this class here. So it has to go through this. So I already set up mine. It says you jump to it. See if I can get the student view up real quick here. No student view. Okay. So it'd be something. Oh yeah, there it is. Home student view. Okay, so this is how it looks like when you log in. It has a calendar set over here. You don't need that stuff that's on the 9th. That's the stuff I did not include in the class here. So you got this little piece right here. If you click on the day that things are due, it pops up. Here's chapter 1 homework. All right, and then also this is the current, and then you pop up back to, you can just click on entire course to date, and it has all the homework listed for you right over here. And so there's chapter 1, and you go down the list. Chapter 1 has 19 questions, chapter 2 has 27, and you go down the list. Just click on it and you can start on it. You do have the midterm, which is not available yet. It will be available on that day. You do have the SLO exams and the final, and it at least tells you when they are due. All right, let's click on one of the homework questions or two. The way it's set up, it looks like this. There are 19 questions. You go to the first one here. All right, first one is a question. And then you solve it. I'm not going to solve it here, but as you click on here, notice the little tab opens up. This is for fractions, mixed number. This is if you need to include an exponent. This is absolute value. This one is just for square roots. This is for any kind of roots whatsoever. Subscripts, which we normally would not do. And then this is for coordinates when we do graphing. Then there's a more button. So if you need to get more notations in here, here's all your different notations that you can use. So there's angle measurement of theta, all those things. So notice that there's you click on less to just give you the basic ones right here. So click on this one here. I'll just put the wrong answer. All right, check answer. It will immediately tell you if you're correct or not correct. So that's a cool thing. And you have an infinite amount of, well, actually 99 times you can do this until it just says, oh, you got it wrong. So the whole point here is to actually do the work, try to see if you get it right or wrong. The cool thing is it goes right over here. You can use an example, or you can go directly to the textbook. So if you use example, we'll get you to a video. Oh, sorry, not a video, sorry. A step-by-step approach of a problem that's very similar. If you go to the textbook, it'll get you to the PDF version of the textbook where it's usually the section that it's from. So we're on 1.1. It'll pop you into the 1.1 section of the textbook. So there it is. And then you can look through it if you need to and go from there. The other cool thing is when you go on each of these examples here, click on here, it'll take you to a video of each of the examples, and that's the way. Okay, and it's the same exact problem. So you have a video view of that. Okay. Talk to me. How's homework? Is that okay there? Does that make sense? Any questions?
Yeah. So the only way we get docked on the homework is if we go ahead and answer 99 times incorrectly.
Yeah. So the whole point is to make sure you get it right.
I love it.
Cool. All right. On the test, though, on the midterm SLO, you only get 2 chances, though. So this is homework is just for you guys to practice, get used to, make sure you understand it, and then get ready for the midterm and the final.
I
So
like
yeah,
I like 2 chances as well. I mean,
cool.
yeah.
All right, one more thing I want to show you. So the homework pieces here. So notice on the left side, there is something called chapter contents. That's what I want to go to next. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not chapter contents. I want to go to multimedia library. There you go. So this right here, it's all the different things they have as materials for the course. So I would do this here. I go to chapter 1. I would select all just for now, just because we can see all of them, and then find. And so there's a few things here that I want us to sort of take a look at here. So first things first is the PowerPoints. If you're a PowerPoint kind of person and you want to learn by PowerPoint, you can click on this and it'll set up a little PowerPoint, download it, and you can go through the material by PowerPoint, which was I believe. There it is. And you're teaching yourself as you go through the course itself. You click on presentation mode and notice the example one is the same one. Now the PowerPoint doesn't have all the problems that are in the textbook, but it has a majority of the problems in the textbook. So if you're kind of a PowerPoint kind of person teaching that way, go for it. That's what you want to do. The other part is, well, I lost my spot here. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, let me log in again. I think I lost my window. All right, so going back over here, there it is, multimedia library. Chapter 1, find everything. And as you get used to this, then you'll kind of figure out which one you want to tab here real quick. But here's the other piece. So if you want the textbook itself, there's the textbook itself. Underneath it, these videos right here, this is cool. So for sections 1, 2, and 3, you kind of see it says 1 and then goes up to 10 and then starts over again. So this piece right here, these are all 1.1, and these are all the example problems in the textbook from 1.1. So if you need someone to kind of read it to you as a video, that's exactly what you want. This is 1.2. You can tell by the numbering, 1.1, 1 to 8. And then 1.3 goes from 1 to 5. So if you click on this one.
Okay, so the goal of this problem is to solve the linear equation.
Hey, it's the same video that we saw earlier, right? So there's that. So the way I would sort of see you going through the class is either go through the videos, or you can click on the multimedia textbook. As it comes up. And you're basically just reading through the textbook PDF, just kind of read through it. And as you get to the problem, then you click on this to watch the video explanation. And if you can get through it yourself, that's cool too. Then just keep on going. There's no need to, so just keep on going to the next page then. And then like, oh, that's easy for me. I know that. That's no problem. Keep on going. As you read through it, like, oh, that's a little bit difficult. I'm not sure what's saying here. So then click on this as the video explanation.
Now we're asked to solve a formula for a specific variable. Let's take a look at the following problem. It says solve the amount formula.
Cool. All right. Does that help there?
A lot.
Cool.
I was trying to figure out like how do I kind of figure out some of these examples because it just tells you like, okay, do this one on your own.
Yeah. So I figure this, if you guys can go through the textbook, let's say like you take some time because this is online class, right? So you have to set aside time for yourself as if you're in class. Go somewhere the house that you're not bothered, but you figure I'm going to do 1.1 right now. So you go through the textbook, you go through the videos, you have a sheet of paper so you can actually work alongside, and then you jump to the homework, done. And then you go 1.2, 1.3. All right. So that is, I figured the best way to go through it. All right.
No,
All
tire
right.
change.
All right. The other piece of the class is is the other way that we do it would be through on the office hours. So then if you're still stuck, and so you have the options of asking your classmates on the student lounge, and then the other part is you have the office hours, which I'll build into here after we vote on it. So please take the time to figure out when you want the office hours to happen, and we'll meet up as well. All right. Any questions of the class itself?
Why do you make the class so difficult on us?
So difficult?
This is like way too, like the expectations are up here. This is a 3, remember, not a 4. No, I'm
Uh-huh.
kidding. No, I really like it. The format, the leisurely access to go in, do your homework, and actually work through the problem. You can't figure it out. We'll get it 100 times, well, 99 times wrong. And, you'll be good. If you're really that willing to go ahead and put into it, then the midterm and the final should be a breeze.
Very much so. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. You put in the work up front, and then you should know it towards the end. And I really want to, as you do the homework, right? If you get it once wrong, you try it again yourself. You still got it wrong, right? Don't need to do it 99 times. But then at that point, if you're on the third time, put it into the student lounge and see if someone else can help you with it. And like the fourth time, it's like, I'm stuck. Then let's do the office hours and I'll do it with you guys. And so like you should about, at the worst case scenario, you probably should do it about 5 times. And then go from there. Okay. There are certain ones that now let's see. There's certain sections that are longer than others, right? So chapter 1 only has 3 sections in it, right? Chapter 2 has a little bit more. So kind of be mindful of your workload for the week as well.
So the homework correlates directly on how much work the chapter has.
No, not necessarily. I mean, the sections, yeah, because I try to figure out about 5-6 questions per section ish, right? Just to make sure I covered all the material of that section that is important. So, all right. Any other questions?
Are we the only 2 students in your class?
There's like another 2 more with us right now.
Yeah, there's a couple more with us right now, and there are I think 15 students in the class.
Oh, okay.
Last time I checked.
The only 2.
Yeah, but they could have just not been able to make it. That's why this is recorded for them, so they can at least watch and at least get the content of the class.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, great.
If
Yeah,
I have any questions, I'll question up. I'll ask you.
sure.
Or I'll ask somebody else.
No problem. I'm so glad, and I'm glad to meet you as well. And connect names to faces. That's always good because I just see names on a roster and that's about it. So it's good to connect on the first day and during the office hours. All right.
Okay.
If there's nothing else, then you guys have a great day and please enjoy the class and pass the class. That's what we're here for.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. How do you pronounce your last name?
Oh, sure. It is Hunjiev.
Hunjiev.
Mhm.
Cool. Well,
Yeah,
thank you very much, Mr. Hunjiev. If I do have any questions, I'll make sure to go ahead and shoot you an email.
Perfect. That'd be great. Okay. Thanks. And thanks for showing up.
Hey, bye-bye.
Okay.
care.
Bye-bye.